Hello everyone, I welcome all of you to my first session on pointers. So, what is that you are going to teach in this topic? Yes, it's very important topic and it is very tricky topic, but I will promise you, if you stay back to watch my session, you will never read this pointer again, because I will make sure that this pointers will be there with you forever. So I will make it very simple, though it is very difficult and complex topic to understand. I will take you in an easy path. It's like a cakewalk for all of you if you watch my session. Yes, let me start the session with the introduction. What is that I will be discussing in this chapter? So guys, I will be discussing the introduction. So what exactly the pointer is all about. So, and also I will be discussing the main point, that is the memory utilization of pointers. What are the advantages of pointers with respect to the memory? And also I will discuss pointer declaration and initialization. How exactly I will be initializing the pointers and I will declare the pointers is what I will be discussing. So what is the next one that I have? The address of pointer, that is ampersand operator. Guys, so what exactly this ampersand operator is dealing with respect to the pointers is what I am trying to discuss in this topic. And also I will discuss indirection operator, that is pointer operator. So these topics I will be discussing. This is the basic topics with respect to the pointers. If you just concentrate only for 10 minutes, if you stay tuned with my class for just 10 to 15 minutes, I'll not take much time of yours, only 10 minutes from the beginning. So dear students, the concept will be in your pocket. That is what I will promise all of you. You don't have to read this topic again. Let me start with the blueprint. So how many hours that I need for this topic according to the PU prescribed board? I should take 7 hours. How many 1 marks question I will have? So I will have one 1 marks question and one 3 marks question. The total weightage of this chapter is 4. So how many marks you will get in this chapter? So you will get 4 marks from this chapter. So let me start with the first basic concept with respect to the pointers. So I will assume that you don't know anything about pointers. Let me assume like that and let me start. Even if your brother is sitting next to you, even anybody is sitting next to you, those who don't know the computers, I will make sure that even they will understand this topic. Just concentrate, stay tuned. So listen to me. Let me start from here exactly 10 to 15 minutes. Concentrate. So the pointer will be in your pocket forever. So let me start. So I will write A. Sir, why are you writing A? What can you call this A as? Can I call this A as variable? Yes, I can call this A as variable. What type of variable? What type of variable? For that, I have to write the data type. So first, what is that I have written? I have written the variable. Yes. After that, what is that I have written? I have written the data type. Can I call this variable is of type int? Can I call this variable is of type int? Yes, you can call. So this variable A is of type int. So can I store some value for this variable? Yes. Let me just write A is equal to 10. I am trying to store 10 in this A. You have written something like this all in your program. So what exactly will happen at the back end if you just write like this is what we are trying to understand now. So fine, as soon as I create a variable of type int, so for this variable the memory will be allocated. So let me consider this as a memory. So what type of memory? Consider this as a RAM. Consider this as a RAM. The RAM, okay? So the memory will be allocated for this variable. How much the memory will be allocated? It depends on the data type, what data type that you are using. For example, right now I am using int. If I take int, so how much of memory will be allocated? 4 bytes will be allocated. For example, imagine we have a provision store. If you go to the provision store, you have varieties of handbag. You have half kg handbag, you have 1 kg handbag, you have 2 kgs of handbag. So like that. So guys, we have different data types. So if I take int, 4 bytes. If I take the data type of character, 1 byte. If I take float, it depends on the data type, what data type that we are considering. Based on that data type, the memory bytes will be allocated. As of now, I have taken int. As of now, I have taken int. Suppose if I take int, how much of memory will be allocated for this A? So imagine this A is a carry bag. Imagine this A is a carry bag. What is the space that is allocated for this A? Let us imagine 4 byte. Okay. So fine. Let's say I have A here, okay, 2024. What is this 2024? I will speak about this. Imagine this is the 4 byte of space that is allocated for A. So what is that I have stored for A? I have stored 10. So this 10 will be stored in this memory. This 10 will be stored in this memory. Hope you understood. Okay. So what is this 2024, sir? The address, the memory address of the variable A. The memory address of the variable A. Hope you got it. The memory address of this variable A. So please understand this. This is the basic concept that you have to understand. If I declare any variable, for that variable I will allocate some memory. So in that memory, whatever the value that you store for this variable, so I will be storing that in that particular memory. So how do I go and check what exactly that I have stored in which place? Using this memory address, I will go to that particular place and I will check. How exactly, sir, you will get this memory address? There is something called lookup table. There is something called lookup table. I will go to that lookup table and I will take the address of A. In the lookup table, what I will have? So for all the memory, for all the variables, whatever I have for A, so I will have 2024. This is what? This is the memory. This is what? This is memory. What is this? This is a variable name. So what do you call this table as? This table I will call it as a lookup table. Directly I will go to this lookup table and I will find the memory address of this particular variable. And then I will come to the memory. I will go to this particular memory address and then I will check what exactly I have as a value. So this is the initial process. This is the initial process. So fine. What is the topic, sir, for the day? Why are you discussing these basic things? Yes, I'm coming to the point. What is the definition? Let me start with the definition. Pointer is a variable that holds the address of another variable. Let us understand the definition one more time. Pointer is a variable that holds the address of another variable. So let's come back. So you remember this definition. I will explain this definition part by part. Okay. So can I call this A as a variable? Yes. You can call this A as a variable. So let me just consider B. Okay. Let me just consider B. So int star B. Okay. Just remember int star B. I will consider this B as a pointer variable. I will consider this B as a pointer variable. What is pointer variable? I will explain. Just as of now, you just remember, I'm just trying to write star B. Okay. So now here I'm just trying to write B ampersand A. What is that I have written? B is equal to ampersand A. You need to observe ampersand in the sense address of A. Ampersand in the sense address of A. So what is the address of A? 2024 is the address of A. Where exactly I am trying to store? I am trying to store in the B. Where exactly I am trying to store? I am trying to store in the B. That is what you have to understand. What is that? So guys, look at the definition now. Pointer is a variable, okay, which holds the address of another variable. Can I call B as a variable? Yes. Am I trying to store the address of A? That is, again it is a variable? Yes. So can I call this B as a pointer variable? Yes, I can call. Why exactly you can call B as a pointer variable? Because pointer is a variable which holds the address of another variable, that is A. It is not storing the value, it is storing the address of another variable. That is what you have to understand. Let me just take an example and explain you this concept in a table. Okay, so guys, look at this. So what is that I have here? So what is that I have? I have 10. Okay, so 2024. Okay, so this is A, and then let's imagine, so B here 2020. Let us imagine something like this. So here I have 2024. So this is B. This is not A. Okay, what is this? This is B. Let me just erase it for all of you. Yes. Okay, then this is A, this is B. Okay, so here what exactly I have stored in the memory location of B? I have stored the address. I have stored the address. What is this address? 2024. So if I just follow this, where exactly it will take me? So it will take me to here. It will take me to here. So what I have here? So I have the value of A. I have the value of A. So guys, you need to understand B is a variable, that is pointer variable, which holds the address of another variable, Another variable here is what? A is another variable. Definition is very simple and neat. Pointer variable is first of all, it should be a variable which holds the address of another variable. So if you understand this concept, so you are done and over. So let me give you more clarity on this topic with one more simulation. You will never get this in any of the classes, any of the videos. Please watch this carefully. Guys, I have taken a simulation for all of you to explain this concept in much more better way. Okay, so imagine I have taken 3 variables. How many variables I have taken? 3 variables. What is the first variable I have? I have x. What is the first variable I have? I have x. What is the second variable I have? I have y. What is the third one that I have? Very good, I have PTR. So you all know that I have taken 3 variables. How many variables I have taken? 3 variables. For all these variables, the memory is allocated. That is what this box is indicating. What is that? For all these variables, the memory is allocated. As of now, all these memory variables are empty. Whatever the memory that you have allocated for this variable, that is empty. So guys, let me start with the first step. So what is my first step? I will assign 10 to the x. What is that I am trying to do? ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? X ಗೆ 10 ಅನ್ನು assign ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. So what is that I am trying to do? I have assigned 10 for which variable? X. So what should happen now in the memory? In the place of x, I should place 10. In the place of memory, like wherever the x has got the memory, in that particular place, I should place 10. Yes. So this is the place of x. Okay. This is the place of y. This is the place of PTR. Okay. So guys, here I have x. So as of now, in the first step, I have nothing. I have nothing in the memory. Now, as soon as I initialize x is equal to 10. So guys, in this memory, I am placing the 10. In this memory, I am placing the 10. So y remains empty. I am not doing anything in the y. So PTR remains empty. I am not doing anything in the PTR. So what is this 4104, 4108, 4106? That is a memory address. For this particular variable, that is the address that I am generally considering. So don't go with a specific address. Okay. So as of now, you just need to understand that this is an address. Fine. So you understood this step. So that is the memory that I have allocated for all these variables. You understood this step also. What is this? I'm assigning x is equal to 10. So I'm placing 10 in the place of x. So fine. What is the next step that I have? Listen to me carefully. This is where you have to understand. So PTR is equal to ampersand x. PTR is equal to ampersand x. Please remember what I taught you in the last slide. So ampersand in the sense, it is the address of x. It is the address of x. So this value is the address of x. Where should I store this? I should store it in PTR. I should store it in PTR. So my question to all of you is, what is the address of x? So address of x is 4104. Address of x is 4104. Where I should store? I should store it in the PTR. So in this step, so 10 is there already. So I should go to the PTR place and I should store the address of 4104. What is the address? 4104. That is what you need to understand. So if I write ampersand, you should understand that it is the address of that particular variable. So this is very important. This is a point number 1. Let me take you to the point number 2, which is very important again. So what is that I have written? So hope you understood this step also. Next step, y is equal to PTR star. If I use star, that I will call it as an indirect operator. So you will have to understand the concept now. Star PTR in the sense, it will give you the value of the address what you have. It will give you the value of the address what you have in the PTR. So let me take you to the PTR now. So what is that you have in the PTR? Guys, what is that you have in the PTR? So in the PTR you have 4104. So 4104. You have used star. So whatever you have the address, in this address, what is the value that you have? So that you should consider if you use star. I would repeat. So PTR in the sense what? It is a variable. So you have, what do you have in the PTR? You have 4104. you are trying to use star. So what you should do is, in this address, what is the value that you have? You should consider that. So guys, in this address, what is the value that I have? 4104, I have 10. So this value is 10. This value is 10. Where should I store this 10? I should store this 10 in Y. I should store this 10 in Y. What is the Y location? This is the Y location. I'm trying to store 10. I'm trying to store 10. So hope you understood this method also. So in short, you should understand that ampersand in the sense you will take the address of the variable, star in the sense you will take the value of the address what you have stored in that particular variable. So that is what you have to understand. So guys, what is the definition of pointer? Pointer is a variable. So this is a pointer variable. Pointer is a variable which holds the address of another variable. So that is what you have to understand. This is the basic concept that you should understand with respect to the pointers. Don't worry, I will discuss the important questions at the end of the session. What is that you have to study for the examination point of view. But I want all of you to understand all the topic, whatever we have in depth is what I would like to wish. My dear students, don't just read for the sake of reading. Please read each and every topic to understand each and every topic in depth. Knowledge, if you have knowledge, automatically the marks will follow you. So by saying this, let me take you to the next topic. What is that I have? I have advantages. What is that I have? I have advantages. Advantages of what? Yes, tell me. Advantages of pointers. If I use the concept of pointers, what is the advantage that I will have? Point number one. So guys, I can write the efficient programs if I use the concept of pointers. If I use the concept of pointers, I can write the efficient programs with respect to the security. So if your program will have the highest security if you are using a concept of pointers. A most important point, you should remember memory utilization. You will utilize the memory very, very efficiently if you are using the pointers. Sir, how? I will be discussing about this point in detail in the coming slides. So, and also you have dynamic allocation and deallocation of memory. Again, I have this topic at the end, which I will be discussing in detail. But as of now, please understand what is dynamic. What is dynamically allocation of memory? Suppose if you are allocating the memory during the execution of the program, you are running the program. So at that particular point of time, you are allocating the memory. That is what I will call it as a dynamic. That is what I will call it as a dynamic. So if you are giving the memory at the execution time, so guys, that I will call it as a dynamic allocation. If you are taking the allocated memory back, that I will call it as a deallocation. So this is possible if I use the concept of pointers. This is one of the advantage that we have with respect to the pointers. For the next one that I have, it is very easy to deal with the hardware components. It is very easy to deal with the hardware components is one more advantage that we have with respect to the pointers. Establish a communication between program and data. Establish the communication between program and data. So guys, this is one more advantage that we have with respect to the pointers. You have written your program and also I have my data which has to be processed. So this communication between the program and data will be very easy if I use the concept of pointers. Sir, what is that? I have written a program. So guys, I have the data. Using this data, I have to generate the information. I have to process this data. So to process this data, to take this data to my program, so I have to establish a connection. So if I use the concept of pointers, so it is very, very easy. So that is what they have as an advantage here if I use the concept of pointers. This is the important question that you can expect in a pointers concept. So guys, moving on to the next one, this I have already discussed for all of you. What is the topic? Pointer declaration and initialization, very important. You can expect this for 1 mark. Guys, what is the syntax to declare any pointer? You know the pointer concept already. Let us understand the syntax now. So what is the syntax? So first I have to write the data type. I have to write the data type. So what is the data type I have? I will write int. Let me imagine my data type is int. So fine. I have written the data type, and then what is the next one that I have? I have star. That is what I will call it as the asterisk. Okay, so I have to write the asterisk. So I will write that. So then I have to write the variable name. Let me just write A. So after that, semicolon. Now you have to tell me whether it is a pointer variable. Yes. How do you say that this is a pointer variable? Because I have this asterisk. That is why I will call this A as a pointer variable. What is the speciality of this pointer variable, sir? Sir, this variable holds the address of another variable. This variable holds the address of another variable. That is the speciality of this pointer variable. So you know how to declare, how to initialize this pointer variable now. Let me take you to the next one, that is one of the important topic, that is ampersand. What is this ampersand? Ampersand is an operator which will give you the address of the variable, For example, I have num. So what is that? I am trying to store to the IPTR. So imagine this IPTR as a pointer variable. Come on, tell me, how do I declare this as a pointer variable? I have to write int star IPTR. So in this, only when I declare this, only then I can write like this. If you don't declare with the star, so guys, you cannot write this statement. Without writing the star, if you are trying to write this statement, then it is wrong. So first you have to write this, and then only you can write this. IPTR is equal to ampersand num. So listen to me carefully. Now, what is that? I am trying to store to this particular variable. So I am trying to store the address of this variable. What is the variable name here? The variable name is num. So the address of this variable I am trying to store in this variable. How do you say that you are trying to store the address? Because of the operator that I have here. I have the ampersand operator. That's why I am able to take the address of num and I am trying to store it to the IPTR. So that is the use of ampersand variable. Moving on to the next one. So the same example they have tried to explain here. So that is what you have to understand, guys. This is one of the important point. Pointer operator. What is this pointer operator? Or you can also call this pointer operator as indirection operator. Please observe here, I have explained this concept in the beginning. Okay. So what is this? I have a data type. What is this I have? I have data type. So what is this num? Num is a variable of type what? Int. Okay. So what is that I am trying to store? I am trying to store 25 in the variable num. So fine. What is the value that I have in the num? I have 25. I have 25 in the variable num. So I have 25. Okay. What is the next, second line that I have? Please observe here. I am trying to declare one pointer variable. So what is that pointer? Star IPTR. What is the pointer? Star IPTR. So then please observe here. IPTR is equal to ampersand num. What is that I am trying to do? I am trying to copy the address of the variable num to the pointer variable. Please understand, suppose if I write one more variable int c, okay, c is equal to star IPTR. If I write like this, can you tell me what will be the value of c? I will have 25 in C. So why? Because I am using star IPTR. If you write star IPTR, so you will get the value of the address what you have in this variable. What is that? So here star IPTR is one thing that I have to tell you. So what you have here? IPTR. So IPTR contains the address of num. Okay, let us imagine 2024. Imagine the explanation that I have given you in the first slide. So IPTR contains 2024. What is this 2024? This is the memory address. So of what? Of this variable. So if I use star IPTR, so guys, in this memory address, what is the value that I have? I will take that. In this address, what is the value that I have? This is the address of num. So num stores what? 25. So that I am trying to store it to the C. So that's why C is equal to 25. That's why C is equal to 25. This is how the pointer variable is working. So guys, with this, I will conclude my first session on pointers. So this is very, very important if you want to become a good programmer in C++. Of course, I will tell you the important questions and important topics that you have to read in this chapter. But knowledge is very, very important, my dear students. So that's why I'm explaining this concept in detail and I'm making it very, very simple for you to understand. I have many things for all of you. So keep waiting for the next session. Thank you very much. Until then, please take care of your health.